So I've been getting a lot of questions as to how we found our A-frame house, how we were able to choose the city that we live in to be able to pay off our home in cash, because I know a lot of you are on a similar path to either early retirement or semi-retirement, basically just to have more time to live the life that you want now, because I know things in America are just getting more expensive, right? The cost of living is rising, yada, yada, yada. But in this video, I want to share 4 things that my wife and I did. And just a pre-forewarning, these tips I'm about to share are not like Zillow ninja hacks and everything like that, but these are some tips that you might not expect, but they're the truth. And if you follow them, you will get what you want. But Jeremy, how do I get what I want? I don't even know what I want. We're gonna cover that, but first, do you want something to drink? You want me to make you a coffee or something? No? Or you just want me to dive right in? Okay, all right, I'll dive right in. Get out of your box and see the world. Okay, so how do you expect to know what you want if you don't even know what is out there? You don't even know what your options are. Let me give you an example. In 2017, I was able to work remotely in my IT job back in the day. So what my wife did, we were like, you know what? Let's see what else is out there, because we were living on the West Coast most of our lives. I mean, we lived in California, Oregon, and Washington. So that's all we knew. We didn't know what else was out there. So we built up the confidence to, my wife quit her job. I still had my job. We sold everything we had and kind of took a road trip, took a journey, started up from Washington to Montana, all the way to Dakotas, to Wisconsin, Michigan, or whatnot, just kind of seeing what's out there, seeing the world. And I know what you're thinking, Jeremy, that's really expensive. There's no way I could do that. But there was ways to get around that. My wife and I were able to travel for free, leveraging credit card points. I know Dave Ramsey is gonna hate me, but that is the one rule that I broke. Gosh, sue me, Dave. But I mean, I just got so much value by leveraging credit card points. And that could be just a whole nother video. I'm sorry if that's something you're not even interested in, but that's how we were able to travel, stay in different hotels, and that's how we did it for free. That's how I still do it to this day. But we're kind of just making our way. Like I said, we landed in Michigan. My wife has a sister here, and so we kind of stayed with them a little bit. And then after a month, we decided to kind of get our own place here in the mid-Michigan Great Lakes area. And so we got our own place, rented for about 7 months. Just kind of, we chose this area. We didn't know the area. We didn't. We just kind of just chose this place. It looked nice. It looked safe. It looked simple. There's no traffic. And so we just kind of took the plunge, rented for about 6 months, and we really enjoyed it. We enjoyed seeing the snow, right? We weren't really used to that living in the city, at least in Portland area, in Vancouver area. We enjoyed no traffic. We enjoyed just walking to a coffee shop, and we just enjoyed kind of like that small town feel. We also enjoyed the church here, the community. We really fell in love with it. And so we stayed for a little bit, then made our way back around, all the way back to California. So the point of that is to get out of your box, see the world, because you don't know what you don't know. So that leads me to my second point, which is define the criteria for what you want. Now I'm going to share our formula that we used, but just know that if you're making a move, that's a big decision, right? You really want to be intentional about it. So taking the time to do this is important. So we had one major house feature that we wanted, one major value reason, and a community aspect. So for my wife and I, that one major house feature was the neighborhood. It was very important to us to be in a neighborhood that we wanted, right? Or at least that we felt was right. Okay, because not only just for home appreciation values, but also just for safety. The second thing for us was we wanted to pay our home in cash, right? Just to kind of relieve that debt, relieve that stress, to kind of open up the door for us to figure out our next step, and also have the time to even just think, right? Just see what it feels like to be debt free, right? To be on baby step 7 if you're a Dave Ramsey fan, right? And so having that was really give us a lot of peace. And so we wanted to really stick with that and do our best. And the third thing was community. And so like I said, we really loved the church right when we were here in Michigan and back in 2017. To us as Christians, being a part of community is really important. a part of our faith. Going to church, my wife and I are involved in our church. And so that was really important. So you need to find a community. And so those were ours, but you need to take the time to figure out that for you, so you have a solid like kind of playbook for when you're taking action and looking for that next step, or if you're looking to move. You have to be really intentional about that. And my third point is look for homes. Once you have your criteria set, look for homes with bad pictures, right? So you want to make sure not to judge a book by its cover. If the home in the description of Zillow or wherever you're looking has what you are looking for, or an area that you like, go take a look at it, even if it has bad pictures, because this place had horrible pictures. But because it was kind of in the price range that we were looking for, it had the square footage that we were okay with, it had a garage, which is important here in Michigan. We just went to go take a look at even if it had bad pictures, right? But it turned out to be a gem. Now the fourth tip is find a good realtor. And how we did this was I went through Zillow and I searched for agents in the area with a high rating. And then from there I would go to Google, look if they had a listing, look at the Yelp, look at their social media, see if they had a decent online presence. Because if a realtor has a decent online presence, typically they care about their reputation, so they're going to be better for their customers. Because if the customers get upset, the customer's going to go leave a bad review, and that's the worst thing. And a realtor does not want that. And you have to make sure too, if you're looking to move out of state and you're looking to pay for a home in cash, tell them that, because they take you so much more seriously and they see you as a high value lead, right? And so if you tell them that you're going to pay cash, they're just so much more responsive. They take you seriously and they just show up. It was awesome. Because any home that I wanted to look at, I just texted the realtor, all right, I want to go look at this time. They just made it happen, right? Because they knew I was serious. So those are 4 things that we did. But if you remember anything from this video, I want to note a couple things. Remember time. Time is the goal. If that is what you truly want, you want more freedom, control over your life. I know it's going to be hard as you're looking to move and look at all these houses and pretty neighborhoods and all that kind of thing, but just remember the goal. Right? A home is just a vehicle to get to where you want. A home itself will never make you happy, never fulfill you. What you do every day, how you show up, fulfilling, what's in your heart and living your purpose, that is going to fulfill you. Okay? The second thing to note is you always get what you search for, and you will find what you search for. Okay? Just remember that. I'm going to leave my email down below. If you have a specific situation or a question in regards to, grabbing a hold and controlling your life or your time and your money, I'm going to leave an email down, because what I'm thinking the questions that I get, or the specific situations that you guys need help kind of working through, I want to share them on my channel. And I won't reveal your name, but I'm thinking maybe just kind of set up my laptop here, read through the email, and then talk about your situation, kind of what you're going through, because I feel like that'd be really beneficial. Because if you have a question, I guarantee you other people have the same question. And so I want to leave that with you. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. It's amazing the growth that I've had. I started this channel just a few weeks ago, and we have already 1,000 subscribers at the time of this recording. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.